Ok, muchachos, ustedes son dos profesionales, ya recibieron las instrucciones en sus camerinos. Recuerden protegerse en todo momento. Choquemos guantes y que Dios les bendiga a ambos.
And there you get the tail of the tape, Steve.
The key number.
Ramon Peña there signaling the start. Juan Lopez has on the silver trunks with the blue. And again, the Mexican and Puerto Rican flag on the trunks. So Wilfredo Vazquez Jr., Papito. And Papito looks like he's going to bring the fight to Juanmma right off the bat.
That's smart. Juanmma hasn't fought in a long time, and it's questionable how well he can take a punch. So why not go right after him? Catch him while he's cold.
Wilfredo Vazquez had a fight scheduled June 25th. It fell out, so he was already in shape and then just kept on training. So he said, thank God this fight came about. So he is in great shape for this fight.
You know, it's electric here. The crowd's into it emotionally. You wonder if that will affect the fighters and how they fight.
Well, I asked his dad today. I said, you know, because he was in the lobby of the hotel, Papito was jumping around. I said, don't you want to save some of that energy? And his father said, no, he's got endless energy.
He has enough. Believe me, even veterans, 30-plus-year-old veterans like this can get affected by a crowd that's this charged up.
Juanmma being very patient. And he's going to work behind that jab. There's that left hand. The consensus with a lot of the press here is that if Juanmma can land, he can knock out Vazquez Jr., but that's going to be the difficult part. Vazquez Jr. going to go ahead and use a lot of defense, use his distance.
Well, Vazquez so far has been coming forward, but very carefully, very cautiously.
His word was desplazamiento, and that is letting and go. But letting go in a very thoughtful way. Keep it in mind exactly the distance, managing that distance against Juanmma. See Juanmma almost smiling at him. Juanmma letting us know that he was going to be patient in this fight, wait his opportunity, and then come in.
The crowd, there are actually people booing already. I don't know what that's about.
Well, as much as these guys talked it up, I mean, they wanted to see a war right off the bat. You had trouble getting people out of the ring. A right hand. That was the right hand of Juanmma Lopez. Keep in mind, 27 of the 34 knockouts have been with the right hand.
It's important that Vazquez keep that left hand up and return it after he throws it. It's not natural to keep your left hand as high as your right hand if you're an orthodox fighter, but against Lopez, because he has that big right hook, you have to do that.
And Juanmma smiling at Vazquez. And all the clowning around, all that stuff is out of it. This is a serious fight now for both of these guys. As round number 1 comes to a close. And boy, I am anxious, but it is round number 2 of a scheduled 12-rounder. It is Juanmma Lopez in the silver and blue. Blue again, trying to bring awareness of colon cancer prevention. Juanmma Lopez, very aware of those things. Wilfredo Vazquez Jr. on the other end, he's got the Puerto Rican and the Mexican flag on his front.
Vazquez just a little bit sharper right now, a little bit quicker. Lopez is a step behind.
And he landed a left hand right there. Vazquez did as he pulled away. That's where Juanmma cannot make the mistake, and that is to lean. When he leans is when he becomes vulnerable. We talked about the legs, we talked about the feet. Look at the calf muscle on these two fighters. These guys bring it.
And Juanmma is pushing that left hand. Very little snap.
Vazquez looks like he's fit enough to go 22 rounds, let alone 12. And there's that right hand. It's kind of a pot shot right there that Juanmma Lopez throws out. But you know, a very clean fight, Steve. Very clean fight. Almost landing that left hand was Juanmma.
It's that threat of that right hook of Juanmma that keeps us compelled in watching him.
Look at the left hand of Vazquez. He keeps dropping that.
Low, yes. Sometimes you do that. Well, that's a nice right hand by Vazquez. Sometimes you drop your hand trying to sucker the opponent into throwing a shot so you can counter it. I don't know if that's the case here.
But the thing that worries me is on Vazquez's side is that when he does throw that right hand, he drops that left. And we'll see if Juanmma starts catching on to that. What I'm sensing here is that Juanmma wants to get off, Steve, but he's just not able to.
Well, that can be the sign of an aging, declining fighter.
It's almost like the wires aren't quite connected. It's what the body wants to do and what the head wants to do and what the body is able to are not connected. The wires are frayed.
Yeah, Vazquez definitely more animated, more quick, sharper. But he's being careful.
Kind of bouncing on that leg after he lands a shot, tries to get right back in there.
Stepping on each other's feet a little bit. That happens a lot when lefties fight righties. Ideally, each fighter wants to keep his lead foot outside the foot of his opponent. Gives you a better angle to land your power shot, your backhand.
Well, we can say they're still feeling each other out as round number 2 comes to a close. They land, then it's going to go the other way. Round number 3 of a scheduled 12-rounder. This is our main event of the evening, presented by Black Tiger Promotions, Matthias Entertainment, and Integrated Sports. Juanmma Lopez with a blue trim on his trunks. Wilfredo Vazquez Jr., the Puerto Rican, and the Mexican flag on his trunks. Just missed with the right hand.
And a low left hand there. You see the warning. Low left hand from Lopez.
And Lopez comes in, leads with that left hand.
You know, I don't think Vazquez is going to allow Lopez to fight on the inside. That might be the only way Lopez can really land combination power shots, because it doesn't look like his balance and his speed is good enough in ring center to catch Vazquez.
Yeah, because definitely the speed benefits. Vazquez has an edge there.
Yeah.
And of course the inactivity, so we'll see the conditioning of Juanmma if it's there. Referee Ramon Peña right on top of the two fighters. Two bad misses right there.
Well, that's because he's pushing his punches. Vazquez sees them coming.
And your line about misses?
They take a lot out of you. Mine does. Bet you like that one. I'm going to mail you that line.
Juanmma with that look. If he could knock him out with his eyes, he would. But he's got to use his hands. Papito. Vazquez Jr. so able, Steve, in getting out of the way.
And Vazquez doing something very smart. You know, the best weapon against the southpaw is traditionally the right hand. He's using it both to the stomach and to the head. And he's using it as a lead punch, not always jabbing first. He has Lopez a little off balance with that, as you see Lopez trying to inch forward. But mixing up the right hand, important for Vazquez.
And I've counted 4 clean misses by Juanmma. And then Papito throwing a couple uppercuts right there.
Left hook, that one of the better punches Vazquez has thrown.
And he set that up beautifully, because it looked like he was going to throw his right hand again. Papito now flicking that jab, working behind that jab. And now the crowd yelling, Papito, Papito for Vazquez.
I'd say it's a Vazquez crowd. Not by a lot.
Yeah.
But he has more support here.
But I think, you know, a 25-month absence, that's a long time away from the ring. So we're going to see the conditioning of Juanmma in this fight.
Good job of keeping it on the outside. Why change anything?
So this is our main event of the evening, the moment you've been waiting for. And it is the 4th round of a scheduled 12-rounder. Your principals in the ring, Wilfredo Vazquez Jr., Juan Manuel Lopez, Juanmma Lopez. Lopez has the blue on his trunks. Vazquez Jr. has the Mexican flag and the Puerto Rican flag on his. My partner Steve Farhood has Vazquez Jr. pitching a shutout so far. Juanmma has been dropping the left hand, and that's where the right has been finding a home in the part of Vazquez. Now trying to close that distance is Juanmma. And now Vazquez is talking to Juanmma. Before it was Juanmma smiling at him. Good right hand right there by Juanmma Lopez.
Couple of misses from Vazquez, but there's a wow.
And Ramon Peña's going to take the time. He's going to talk to these guys.
And look how calm Lopez is.
Now he's going to go talk to Juanmma Lopez. He told him, let me do my job, let me do my job. Don't make the same mistakes that he does.
You know, that kind of play between the two, I think at this point in the fight favors Lopez, because anything that changes the rhythm of the fight, which is going Vazquez's way, is a positive for Lopez.
And also it's a sign that emotionally he might be getting to him.
Yeah.
Good left hand again, dropping the right hand. It was Juanmma, and that's where the left found a home.
There's just not enough speed behind that left hand of Juanmma to land it.
He's got to close the distance. He's got to be willing to go ahead and pay the price. Good body shot that time by Juanmma Lopez. Yeah, Juanma's got to close the distance. He's got to be willing to pay the price here, if in fact he wants a knockout.
Right, and as the rounds mount, he may need one. But Juanma's never been the kind of fighter who wasn't willing to go for the knockout, even if it meant making himself more vulnerable to being knocked out himself.
He's Juanmma Lopez.
Yeah.
But you don't see that punch. You don't see him turning that hand. You don't see him snapping that wrist when he throws the punch in the part of Juanmma Lopez.
Yeah, no snap at all, Benny. You're right.
And all of a sudden, Wilfredo Vazquez kind of taking his foot off the pedal a little bit. You almost sense that Vazquez now is just kind of biding his time. And I think he senses that he can land a big shot. And I think he's just kind of waiting for that.
Well, Vazquez is fighting the fight he said he would. I just questioned once a few punches landed whether either fighter would turn it into a brawl. But Vazquez is very controlled. There might have been a headbutt there.
Both fighters having their moment in this particular round. Round number 4 is in the book. But Vazquez is not one that attacks the body with great frequency, so he's mostly looking for that hit. And you look at the body of Juanmma, you're not seeing that ripped abdomen.
Again, Lopez forcing that left hand, just not flowing.
But you know, it almost looks like what Vazquez has now done is said, you know what? I just felt your shot, and it's not doing anything to me.
Well, we know Lopez to be such a fierce puncher. We don't see that right now. Now, it only takes one. Maybe he'll warm to the occasion coming off the long layoff, but...
And maybe in 25 months, that big punch has stayed behind.
Yeah. Any aging fighter will tell you, the brain says throw the punch, but by the time you throw the punch, the opening's gone.
Good job right there by Vazquez. Spinning out of there. You know, you look at... That's a slip. That's a slip. And they stepped on each other's foot right there. If we can get a replay of that, we'll try to get that for you. You're going to see the slip.
Well, it pumped the crowd up for sure, even though it wasn't a knockdown.
But you can see now there's some maneuvering going on. And the maneuvering is to try to land a big shot. Juanma's starting to come in now. Papito's now...
Oh, he hurt him with a right hand. Lopez hurt Vazquez with a right hand, Benny.
And look at the legs. Look at the legs of Vazquez. Look at the legs. They look real wobbly.
This is what they came for.
And all of a sudden now Juanmma, they sense that there was positioning themselves to land the dynamite. And it's here now.
The punch that hurt Vazquez didn't look like much. It was a subtle right hand, but all of a sudden it was a reminder of what Juanmma can do, and apparently can still do.
With that right hand. I question whether he had left that big punch behind, and boy, he answered it.
Now you have to ask the question with only 15 seconds left, and Juanmma let an opportunity go. He might not see another opportunity like that.
And the legs of Vazquez do not look right. We'll see if he remains standing in between rounds. And
well, you have to figure, Benny, that Juanmma was emboldened by that success he had in the last round, because for 4 rounds he did nothing. And not only did he land something significant, but he clearly hurt Vazquez in that 5th round. And that's going to give him hope and maybe a surge of energy, although right now he's exchanging. He has not shown the ability to catch Vazquez in ring center when they're both waiting to lead.
Today when they weighed in at 111, both weighed in at 134. The contract was 136. I really thought that Juanmma would be much bigger than Vazquez physically.
Yeah.
But that hasn't been the case. No marks on either fighter's face. And that's what I've always said. When you fight guys, you know, this type of level, the most astonishing thing you would find if you fought them was how hard it is to hit them.
Right.
Not necessarily the way they hit you, that's expected, but how hard it is to hit them. Trying to get cute there like he was going to walk away and then come right back with that left hand.
Juanmma's left hook there. Juanmma's punching much more freely now with the left hand.
And he's turning it, he's turning that wrist. Wilfredo choosing to go ahead and work behind that jab.
This could be a pivotal round in the fight, because if Lopez loses it, does he lose the momentum he established in the 5th?
And you mentioned that I thought he missed a great opportunity. He didn't really pursue him when he seemed to have Vazquez in trouble.
And Benny, I think this round's pretty close, but I might give the edge to Juanmma. He's throwing his left hand a lot.
Well, I think landing that right hand, he's got the respect of Vazquez now, and kind of reminded himself to beware. Good left hand by Juanmma. Snaps the head of Vazquez.
Juanmma suckering Vazquez in.
Another straight left.
Oh, Lopez just missed with a right hook that he was trying to end the fight with, Benny.
And the leather is fly now. Round number 7. Juanmma is the southpaw. His 2 best rounds of the fight have been the last 2. I think when it's all said and done, you're going to have these guys really respecting each other. Good left by Vazquez, finding the chin of Juanmma. Juanmma looked a little bit out of it.
He did. He looked hurt. I don't know what the return to the corner was all about. Vazquez going for it now, Benny.
And Juanmma now looks a little wobbly. Straight right hand, digging the body. And I think Vazquez now has accomplished what he wants to do, and that is to make now Juanmma throw those shots. And now he can counter. Look at him now.
But he can't get hit by one of those right hooks. That's the beauty of Juanmma. When you have him in the most trouble, that's when he's the most dangerous.
And a lot of times those knockout punches as he's spinning.
Vazquez now punching much harder than he was earlier, committing to his punches more.
Juanmma badly missing with that left hand. Juanma Lopez, tremendous heart. This guy is a boxer, born to box. Was blessed with tremendous power. Not given the chin, though.
Juanma finished that exchange with a right hook, but for the most part, Vazquez had the advantage. Long time to go in this round, still a minute. Well, if Lopez's goal was to make Vazquez fight, he's succeeding. Doesn't mean he's going to win the fight, though.
And there's that right hand by Juanma. It sneaks up on you, and it could be an anesthesia punch. Juanma now asking him to fight, telling him, let's fight.
No longer a doubt who the aggressor is, that's for sure.
Vazquez remaining elusive.
Right hook by Lopez, and you know, Vazquez landed his biggest shots this round. Lopez is still here.
Right. So that shows you that the 13 months of training has gotten him in great, great shape.
Nervous right now?
It is round number 8 of a scheduled 12-rounder, the grudge match. Our main event of the evening, Wilfredo Vazquez Jr. Never been defeated in Puerto Rico with those 6 wins that he's got. Juan, of course, that loss. It started with Orlando Salido with that first visit. And now we're going to take a timeout, and now it's starting to get ugly.
They're both smiling.
Juanma, they're talking to referee Ramon Peña.
The old pelvic thrust.
Vazquez could give him in the previous round. This crowd has not sat down. And look at that exchange. Papito is... You see his eyelids. They were going very fast, almost like he got a glove in the eye. See that left eye twitching?
Yes.
Stepped on his foot again when he shot that shot.
Penny, the old man's got a little something left, doesn't he?
Oh, he does. And now getting him in that corner. Papito. Vazquez getting out of there smart. See the way he keeps twitching those eyes, almost like he's had trouble seeing out of him.
Vazquez looking to buy some time now. It's very important for Lopez to keep the pressure on.
Yeah, and I think his eyes are bothering him.
Well, if the right eye is giving Vazquez problems, it would behoove Lopez to throw that right hook.
Jay's having trouble moving that head.
For the past 3 rounds, Vazquez's head is snapping when Lopez throws that left hand. We always think of Lopez as the big right hand puncher. He's been more successful with the left hand tonight.
So they probably made Vazquez aware of that. And that's what he's got to get back to doing, Vazquez. Get back to working behind that jab and getting away from Juanma. All of a sudden now the crowd chanting, Juanma, Juanma.
Fans can be fickle. And they're fickle here tonight.
And can change in a hurry. Juanma said he was willing to go the distance, and boy, he is. Let's take a look at the eye of a scheduled 12-rounder.
It's been almost 4 years since Lopez has been this long in a fight. Remember, it's 12, scheduled for 12, not 10. They both landed there, but it seems like Lopez did more damage.
Since this Alito fight, the first loss, none of his fights have gone the distance for Juanma Lopez.
Vazquez is running out of answers. The pressure's starting to get to him. He's pot-shotting. He's landed some clean shots.
Juanma seems so calm. And now the crowd has all of a sudden quieted down here.
They're waiting for the next.
Vazquez just kind of pawing that jab, not really snapping it. And that's where that right hand can be dangerous, Steve. You notice when he kind of took that step forward, and Juanma kind of loops it.
Yeah, you see Vazquez using that jab as a rangefinder. Not a good idea against a fighter with the right hook. Lopez has to time that flicking motion and land that right hook. Step into it and turn as he throws the shot.
He kind of got him with that right hand there. Lopez trying to spin him around. Vazquez now has one shot at the time. He's not looking for combat. Good shot by Juanma, backing up Vazquez there.
Things have turned in this fight so often. So many changes in momentum. Lopez, you see, nodding to acknowledge the right hand of
Two
Vazquez.
left hands. Two left hands by Juanma on the chin of Vazquez. The Vazquez boy showing you the heart of a champion. He seems to have trouble with that eye, but look at him.
And I just have a feeling Vazquez has one more big moment in him. But this fight's tightening up on the cards, at least on my card.
And Vazquez now leaning, trying to work behind that jab. Doesn't do it as sharply as he did at the beginning of the fight. The final seconds here, round number 9 before we get into the championship rounds. Backing up Juanma. Good exchange right there, referee Ramon Peña. So Orlando Pinheiro. 10th round. Juanma the southpaw. Wilfredo Vazquez Jr. with the gold gloves.
Vazquez built the lead on points on my card anyway, but he's lost a lot of his momentum. There's another left hand by Lopez.
And you don't see the punches of Vazquez now being that straight. Little slip.
You know, we talk about Juanma being the old man at 33. Vazquez is only a year younger.
Yeah. And you know, and I thought he was a lot bigger, but then you got to keep in mind Juanma started at 122. And that's where Wilfredo Vazquez Jr. won his world title.
Yeah, when Vazquez came on board as a champion, that's when Juanma moved up to featherweight, and that's probably why they never fought. It would have obviously been a huge fight back then had it been for a world title. Instead, they both fought a kendo at different times with the same result. They both knocked him out.
And look at the feet of Vazquez now. They're a lot flatter than they were from the beginning of the fight. No longer on his toes. And still that twitch from the left eye. Good straight left hand there by Juanma.
Juanma not really applying as much pressure as he has in the last 2 or 3 rounds.
But he's being more accurate, though. He's not missing as cleanly as he was.
How about the fact that we got no knockdowns? That's kind of shocking in itself.
Well, that's also a tribute to the conditioning of these two guys. They got himself in great physical shape for this fight. And just missing with that right hand is Vazquez Jr.
Just not a lot of offense right now from Vazquez. Not that much from Juanmma either, but he's been a little sharper with his shots. There's a shot from Vazquez.
Juanmma hasn't been this far in a fight in 9 fights previous.
Since Toledo, right?
Yep.
The rematch.
Yep. Never gone the distance. Juanmma still looks fresh.
Benny, that could have been...
They want him to throw combinations.
Well, Vazquez is going to get a second win. He's going to do it soon.
This is the 11th round of a 12 round. Super featherweight division. It's a grudge match. Juanmma Lopez, the southpaw. They told him, do not stand still in the middle. Move side to side.
Juanmma talking to the referee. Not a good idea to turn your head away from your opponent.
Protect yourself at all times. Those are the rules in boxing. Good right hand right there, but it was a one shot. Looking for one shot at a time is Vazquez.
He's just not using that right hand enough, even though one shot at a time, because Juanma's using one shot at a time with the left hand, but he's been landed. Vazquez's punch output has really dropped. He's flicking that left hand kind of meaninglessly.
And see that eye again?
Yeah.
He has trouble seeing out of it now and not able to defend himself. I think Juanmma just has to pay the price and just go after him. Tremendous heart by Vazquez. He is showing you the heart of a champion. Trying to find the way to survive here. He's obviously having trouble seeing. See him duck the head right there?
And I don't like to see fighters blink, because that can be an indication. I don't know if it is here, of course, be an indication it's a more serious issue.
It could be a detached retina. But yeah, look at that heart. Talk about guts. He's still right there. That one backed him up. Juanma's just got to let it go now. Good left hand. His trainer, and now it's getting ugly.
Now we're getting soaked.
And now we're getting soaked here. It is getting ugly. Our monitor now is totally covered now as bottles now come flying from all different angles.
Benny, I'll say something right now before we go any further. When a fighter gets knocked down in a long fight, why does the referee stop the fight immediately? Why not take it because he's badly hurt?
And I totally agree with you, Steve, because I thought Papito was trying to talk to him, but I think, the key here is